Welcome to Word of Mouth, the talking newsletter focused on putting buzz into the small to mid-sized business. Lillian Bjorseth is a speaker, trainer, coach, and author on the essentials of business networking and effective communicating. She's the author of Breakthrough Networking, Building Relationships That Last, 52 Ways to Break the Ice and Target Your Market, and Nothing Happens Until We Communicate. She's also co-founder of the Greater Chicago Networking Extravaganza, which brings together Chicago and suburban businesses. Lillian, welcome to Word of Mouth.
Thank you, Rich.
Lillian, this time of year means strategizing. Networking is a top priority for many. Do you have any advice for our audience on ways to make their networking more fruitful this year?
That's a great question because it's a fresh start for everyone. The one thing I'm going to take for granted is that they have done their research and that they are at the right event. Because a lot of people, go looking for trout in a catfish pond. So I'm going to assume that they are at the right event, and once they're there, the number one thing they need to do is to prepare an effective and a creative verbal business card. Now, the verbal business card is the front end of your elevator pitch. There's no way you can talk for 30 or 45 seconds and lay out your whole elevator pitch when you first meet somebody. So what you need to do is to have an effective entree. And I equate that to like the bait on a hook. It's not the hook that catches the fish, it's the bait. And so those first couple of sentences that you say are what should intrigue people to want to bite also on your hook, if you will, and that means that they want to talk with you and you have a chance to get to know them better.
So what are some of the elements of a verbal business card?
Sure. First of all, it talks about what you do. If you'll notice, no one ever comes up to you and says, how are you or who are you? They say, what do you do? So you have to make sure that it talks about what you do. Also, people are interested in what's in it for them. I hate to tell you, but when somebody meets you, they really don't care that much about you. They care about what you can do for them or for people you know. So that means that you have to have benefits in it because people buy benefits. They don't buy features. So you have to have benefits in that first sentence or two, and you have to use active verbs. They are the most powerful words in the English language, and they help people feel what it is that you do. I'm not talking about is, are, was, were. I'm talking about help, create, develop, manage, things that people can envision so that you get them excited about you.
Do you have an example of a verbal business card?
What I say, one of mine is, I'm Lillian Bjorseth, and I help you build a new kind of wealth, social capital, by improving your communication and your networking skills. And you'll notice that that's very simple. And that's what you really have to work on. Is creating this card can take hours because you really want to hone in on what you do, but you have to use simple words and you have to use words that the other people know because there's so much going on when you first meet people. They're looking at you, they're looking at what you wear, they're thinking about what they're going to say that they hardly pay attention to what you say. So you have to make it as simple as possible for them and you have to use words that they are already familiar with. For instance, I never use the name of my company because people wouldn't know what that is unless you work for an AT&T or something. So you want to tell people what you do, not even geographically where you're located when you're doing a generic business card.
Lillian, thank you for your great advice on networking and using the verbal business card.
Thank you for having me.
To continue the conversation with Lillian Bjorseth, business networking and effective communication expert, please contact her via the information on your screen. And thank you for clicking on Word of Mouth. This is Rich Steelman. Word of Mouth is a courtesy production of eMotion Marketing, helping SMBs put buzz into business.